PPC updates for 2024. Thank you for joining me. We have three articles to talk about today. The first is the Apple Upcharge on boosting, which is basically if you are a small business or creator and you are boosting posts on Facebook or Instagram on an iOS device, you will now be taxed 30% for that. So that is ridiculous. It's roughly, so if you're spending roughly $300 on a boost, it'll cost you an extra $100. Not fun. So we're going to talk about that. The second is Pinterest inventory being available on Google Ads, which I think is a huge win for both. I think for Google Ads, it's a big win. I think for Pinterest, it's a great win. And the fact it's a social platform, I think that's huge. I think that's a big deal, guys. So let's talk about that. Then lastly, Google TV inventory. So Google TV inventory is now available for purchase on Google Ads. So which is another thing we're talking about in terms of what I was saying with Pinterest. So with this, you're able to buy, right, upper funnel video inventory on Google TV to be part of your smart funnel. But what's cool is, when most people think about Google, they think of bottom funnel. They think of conversions, they think of search, they think of PMAX, shopping, conversion value-based buys. Then, you have middle funnel, you have demand gen, you have display. And then top of funnel is always YouTube. Not everybody wants to buy YouTube, right? Because it's, true view, it's everywhere. You don't kind of know where you'll be, but you can do some channel-based buys, but that's hard to scale. But with connected TV, I think this is a cool thing, guys, because this is premium inventory, 15 seconds, non-skippable, as well as bumper ads on Google TV that you can do as, like I said, part of your smart funnel. I think this is great. So we're going to talk about that. So let's talk about the first element, which is the Apple Upcharge on boosting. So with this, like I said, if you're a creator or small business and you want to boost a meta post on an iOS device, moving forward in March of 2024, it will now cost you an extra 30%. So if you spend $300, right, on a boosted post, you'll now be charged an extra $100. So this should really, in terms of employees, you should definitely if you're a small business, let your employees know. If creators, if you're working with an agency or other social media managers that help spur your growth, talk to them about this. Make sure you don't get a bill for this. And how do you avoid this, right? We actually have some ways to avoid this. First is using an Android in-app. That's free. Mobile web sign-in. That's free. Meta Business Suite. That's free. Meta Ads Manager. That's free. So if you do one of those four things, you can avoid this. Again, it's only for iOS devices. What do I think about this? This is just another missile silo in the war between Meta, Apple, and Google. I think, really started with iOS 14 and a half. And then, that really made all the ROAS go down, into the toilet. Facebook came back with CAPI. Google came back with enhanced conversions. Now they're even firing back with the cookie deprecation deprecation that's starting in 2024. Finally, I think, it's just part of the endless Cold War between these guys. So I think you just need to be dialed in, right? You really need to watch posts like this or really be dialed into making sure that you're not going to be part of a penalty, if you will. So that's unfortunate, but really is the fact of things, especially when you're in a small business or you're a creator. So like I said, follow these tips to avoid that. And we'll go on to the next story. The next story is about Pinterest. Buying Pinterest ads on Google. I think this is really interesting. What's your Pinterest story? Well, my Pinterest story is I bought self-serve and I bought reservation, right? And reservations with an IO, it's roughly, 25. Usually minimum spends are 25,000. And I bought it both times, and both times I think Pinterest just seemed very upper, even mid-funnel, barely mid-funnel. It was really more upper. It just seemed like it was video views and some clicks. I think the conversions just weren't there. I work with a lot of fashion clients, and right now whenever Pinterest inevitably comes up, I always say, I think organically, I think it's great. I think you should definitely make a long-term investment there because it's organic. It's a long road when you do organic. But I think, if you think you're going to spend, maybe $1,000, $2,000 for a test and get some conversions, I highly doubt it. Really, I kind of doubt it. So and I think also, I think their ads manager is a little clunky, in my opinion. It's okay. It's not inusable, but I've always, I don't know. I've always had issues connecting the two business managers and the actual account together. It's always been, and I work on accounts. I work on all sorts of platforms, but with that, I've always had to do a little bit of research. Why do I think this is happening? Well, Pinterest, 80% of its user base is outside the US. Only 20% is in the US. But of that 20%, 80% of its revenue comes from US buyers, right? So, or its revenue, if you will. So what does that tell you? That tells you that, first of all, most major retailers, fashion brands, are in the US, right? And that's where they spend most of their money. Cause like I said, it's Pinterest, it's more fashion, home goods, crafts, etc. And I think this is their way of two things. Internationally, most people buy Meta and they buy Google. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure some buy Snapchat and TikTok, or even programmatic. I 100% believe that. But let's be honest, it's probably gonna be those two, right? Because the conversion mechanism is so solid on those two. Meta, I don't know lately, but definitely Google, right? So what I think is, first of all, they want to make it easier to buy, right? I don't think I'm the only person that thinks this because, right, you can buy as part of your buys. It's seamless to buy. Oh yeah, I want to buy a social platform, which by the way, Pinterest is a social platform. That another thing I talked about earlier, which is, this isn't like, buying website or an app inventory, banners or video content. This is straight out buying social. So very interesting there. The second is including Pinterest from both a Google Ads targeting perspective, right? Google brings its targeting, all those cool targeting elements, plus you're able to use it as part of your smart funnel, right? So it could be part of your mid top funnel as well. Cool play. I think that's a really cool play because it's something that, like I was saying earlier, when you think of Google, you think bottom funnel. You don't necessarily think top of funnel. Usually you're always thinking, oh, I got to buy TikTok for its upper funnel or Meta for its top of funnel. It's very interesting that Google does a partnership with a social platform, right? And then they do something with Google TV, which is both upper funnel. Something to think about. I think they're onto something. And then of course the ease of buying and all the targeting elements, as well as the retargeting elements. So you have the targeting elements that Google has, right, for all of its different features that you can buy all these interests and audiences, etc. And then on top of that, you include it as your part of your retargeting element, your frequency buys. Think about it. This is that's very interesting. What I would like to see is Nextdoor on here. I think Nextdoor would be perfect. Could you imagine if you could buy Nextdoor on Google Ads? I mean, I would 1 month ago, I would never say you could buy Pinterest inventory on Google, and here it is. So, man, if you bought Nextdoor, ooh, man, that would be, as far as a geo on Google Ads, man, get out of here. I think that would be smooth. I think that'd be really smooth. Nextdoor geo. I mean, man, that would be killer. That would be killer. That would be very cool. So look forward to hearing more on this. And then our lead story, Google TV. Man, I am excited about this for 2024. Because when you think about top of funnel with the Google, 9 times out of 10, you're going to say YouTube, right? Or display. I think, Google TV offers some really premium inventory, right? On, Chromecast, Smart TV, etc. And I think what you're allowed to buy is 15-second non-skippable as well as bumper ads, which I think is very, very cool. Now, here's the question. Where are you going to buy it on Google TV? Because when you think of Google TV, it's like, hey, I could buy Xbox, right? Inventory. Well, usually Xbox inventory is kind of like kind of jelly, right? It's just those you used to actually buy it, and I think you can buy it programmatically as part of the, you can buy like TV inventory as well as slides. But with Google TV, you should be able, if be able to buy, like it says right here, Peacock, Tubi, etc. I suspect, guys, this is all, and actually mentions remnant inventory, remnant premium inventory, which means in theory you should be able to buy Hulu. Which, man, if you could buy Hulu, gang, ooh boy, that is dangerous. That's cool. That is so cool. And then not to mention again the targeting that Google brings, the the part of the smart funnel, right? So you get those 15-second viewers, et cetera, that enter your funnel. Like, man, that is really cool. Even though actually that's 30 seconds, but the fact they'll definitely be part of your top funnel as an awareness play, I think is really cool. Yeah, unfortunately on this their 30-second view, I don't think they'll be part of your smart funnel. But as an awareness play, I still believe, guys. And then another thing is wait until you can buy, wait until the day you can buy 30 seconds on here. Matter of time, my friends, matter of time. And this is very cool. I saw this. This is a carousel ad you can buy on the Google TV platform, and this is a 15-second that plays. So not only do you get the 15-second non-skippable, you get the 6-second bumper that you can buy on those platforms, right? On Tubi, Peacock, etc. Well, hopefully you can, but then you can actually buy it on these carousel units as well, which is very hot, guys. This is cool. So when they come on here, you can actually, it'll be a 15-second that plays. Again, it's a carousel unit. This is another one. This actually just flighted for Carl's Jr. I guess they were part of the alpha or beta for this. So very cool stuff. This is awesome. So that really concludes it for today, my friends. I really want to say it was a good episode today. I look forward to doing these. You can follow us on Medium as well as Instagram, but also you can follow our podcast where we take all of our vlogs, if you will, on YouTube and download them in audio. So feel free to follow us there if you'd like. And then, of course, on LinkedIn. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward for any of your comments. Thank you so much. Have a great day.